Today is a very special day, and Prabhupada has done so much for us. We can't recount everything, and I would just like to share something about Prabhupada when he was so-called Vyasa. So at that time, Bhakti Siddhanta, he has very high-profile sannyasis and very learned brahmacharis in his mats in India. And Prabhupada used to visit the mat. In fact, the first time he met Bhakti Siddhanta noticed that Prabhupada, when he sits down in the class, he does not move. He stays there to listen till the end. So Bhakti Siddhanta noticed that he was a good listener. To be a good leader, to be a good devotee, to be a very staunch personality, even in the material world, you have to be a good listener. And so Bhakti Siddhanta spotted that good quality in Prabhupada. So, one time Prabhupada visited a temple, he was with his family, he was engaged in pharmaceutical business industry. And he visited the temple. For him, it was a grihastha compared to the Swami's seances in the mat. And one day, one of these devotees in the temple, he was reading one of Bhakti Vinod's books, where Bhakti Vinod was predicting how this Krishna consciousness movement will be spread all over the world. Americans, Europeans, they will come to the streets of Navadvip, Mayapur, and be dancing in the streets. He read that. He was doubtful. So he couldn't contain his doubt. He spoke out. He said, Prabhupada was there. He said, but how is this possible? The Europeans, Americans will live luxurious activities in the West, come to India, come to Mayapur. Now, Mayapur is like a village at the time. So he said that, and Prabhupada jumped in, and he said, if you cannot do it, someone else will do it. Prabhupada, although he was living outside with his family, he had a mission statement, and he had a commission on the planet. And it took him time to be able to plan out, to strategize, and to be able to come to the West to fulfill the orders of his spiritual master. Krishna Shakti Vinana He Tara Prabhatana. If one is not empowered by Lord Krishna, you cannot spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Prabhupada was empowered by Lord Krishna. And how did he become empowered? By the mercy of his spiritual master. By following the orders of the spiritual master. The instruction given to Prabhupada was so difficult. Bhakti Siddhanta said, if you ever have money, go to the West, print books in English, and spread the mission of Lord Chaitanya to the English-speaking countries. That was not an easy task. And so, Prabhupada was successful. He was meditating on that instruction for years. It didn't take him just 5 years to fulfill that orders. It didn't take him 8 years. It took him more time. It took him more time. But he planned for it. So, if we don't plan in our Krishna consciousness, in fact, life in general, it is mentioned that if you don't plan, you are planning to fail. So Prabhupada, even for him to establish this movement, he strategized. It's called strategic planning. He plans ahead of time what he will have to do. I will come to the West and spread the mission of Bhakti. Although he was advised by so many people at that age not to leave India to come to the West, he persisted because the words of the spiritual master are also encapsulated with empowerment. When the spiritual master gives an instruction, it is not just the disciple who executes the instruction. The instruction is also encapsulated with spiritual empowerment. Therefore, the disciple simply becomes an instrument in the hands of the spiritual master. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, just be an instrument. All these people you are complaining about, they are already there. Be an instrument for spiritual change. Śrila Prabhupada ki.